Welcome to my 2013 Journey to the Worlds. I'm Eric Jones, and I'm going to be going back this year, 2013, to defend my title and hopefully compete really well in two divisions. The Super Senior Division, where I'm going to be defending my title, and the Senior Division. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about posture, and I'm going to be making a setup change to make sure that I have what I call a long spine. I want to have my upper back really long, and that's going to help me get more width in my swing. So let me go through and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be working on, and then we'll hit a couple of shots and see how we do. Now, the key to making a really good swing and having a lot of arc and having a lot of core rotation is making sure that the upper body, the upper part of the back, the thoracic region of the back, is really straight. So what I do is I've got a drill I call a spine align drill, where I connect the club to the back of my tailbone and then the back of my head, and I practice getting into position. So specifically what we're going to be doing in this drill, what I'm going to be working on is a part in my pre-shot routine where once I'm in address and I take my stance and my position, I actually stand up and then do this part. I'm going to turn sideways so you see what I do and you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I'm going to convert that into what I call long spine. Okay, so in my address position, once I get into my address position and take my stance, I don't worry when I first get there about my back. It's pretty round right now. I have a step in my pre-shot routine that takes care of that. So I make sure I get my alignment, ball position correctly. Then what I do is I stand up. So I'm going to stand up, and in this case, so you just get a reference point, I'm going to put that on my tailbone and the back of the head. Now remember, I'm not tilting my head up, just pulling my head back. And that allows me to get in position. Now when I stand up, I also lock my knees. What that does is it keeps me very angular. So my legs are really straight and my back is really straight. So I have just two angles. I'm not round anywhere. But what that also does when I lock my knees is it allows my hips to go back. And the hips need to go back to offset the weight of my upper body coming forward. If I'm on my toes, I'm not going to rotate very fast. And if I can't rotate fast, I'm not going to have very much club head speed. So the whole point is when you're done with this, for me especially, because I'm trying to get as much club head speed as I can, I want to make sure I'm absolutely right over the middle of my feet. If I'm on my toes, I'm going to be swinging slower. So the process here again, connected, lock the knees, and then I bend over until I can see the ball. And you notice that when I did that, my hips go back a good 6 or 7 inches. Now in this position, actually my weight's on the back. I can get both toes up, too far back. But as I am in position and I can see the ball with a nice straight spine, I just break my knees and then I'm dead center right over the middle of my feet. Great position to be in because that's where I can rotate the fastest. So that's the process that I'm going to be using in my routine. I do it sideways so you can see it, but I'm going to come back here and I'm going to do it in my actual routine. I'm going to hit a couple of shots, and then you can see how I use it in my routine. So again, every shot that I hit, I'm back behind the ball. I get my target. I walk up. I'm getting my grip. This part of my pre-shot routine is always the same. Now right here, I stand up, straighten up my legs, and I straighten up my spine just as though I had the club on my back. I get my arms into position the way I want them, keep my knees locked, and I bend forward with my back straight until I can get the club on the ground. Then I just break them, take one more look at my target. In this case, I'm adding a little adjustment where I'm actually aiming the left side right at my target, and then I make my swing. And that's a ball I hope to see in the grid when I'm out there competing, because I hit that really solid, dead straight with a little draw on it, and that's what you get with good posture. Now, the other thing that I'm going to be thinking to myself as I do this is simply long spine. So what I do when I put my pre-shot routine together is I have a group of keywords. And so one of them is posture, and in posture I say long spine. So what I'm doing as I'm doing this drill is I'm imagining someone has my head and they're simply pulling my head up and making my spine as long as possible. It's going to help me get more width in the swing, and it's going to help me get more rotation as I turn back. It also makes it feel a lot more comfortable in the swing because I'm not fighting against my body. Okay, so that's the posture step in my pre-shot routine. I got to work on this for about 10 or 15 minutes, make sure it's automatic, and then we'll move on.